For 15 years, Africa waited. China promised dams. China promised electricity. China promised a future where the rivers of West Africa would roar with power. But for 15 years, promises were all that came. Empty memoranda, unfulfilled contracts, delays disguised as diplomacy. And then, in just 48 hours, everything changed. In Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso, President Ibrahim Traoré sat across the table from Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. What followed would shock Beijing, shake the halls of power in Africa, and trigger one of the biggest geopolitical shifts of the decade. A $24 billion mega dam deal, the largest infrastructure project in West African history, and a project that China could not stop. This is the story of how India arrived in Africa, and why every drop of water from this dam carries a message. Africa will no longer wait for permission to prosper. Asterisk. Burkina Faso, a landlocked nation in the heart of West Africa, has been called many things. Resilient, resourceful, defiant. But for decades it has also carried a heavy burden: underdevelopment. Electricity shortages cripple industries. Farmers pray for seasonal rains that often betray them. Children study under kerosene lamps because the grid reaches only a fraction of households. And yet, for nearly 2 decades, hope flickered in the form of a project known as the Sahel Mega Dam. China had promised to fund it. Announcements were made, groundbreaking ceremonies held, glossy brochures circulated. Beijing's diplomats assured Burkinabe leaders that this project would transform their nation into a hub of power and agriculture. But years passed. Contracts were stalled. Loans came with conditions. Every season of delay deepened frustration. For the people of Burkina Faso, China's promise became less of a dream and more of a symbol of disappointment. And then, another player entered the game: India. Unlike China's state-driven mega loans, India arrived with a different model: the India-UN Development Partnership Fund and direct government-to-government agreements. But the turning point came in 2025, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi personally met with President Traoré. In less than 48 hours, the two leaders signed a $24 billion commitment to construct the Niangdo Mega Dam, a structure designed not just to generate electricity, but to reshape agriculture, trade, and sovereignty in West Africa. This wasn't just another deal. It was a declaration. Africa had options beyond Beijing. And the message was loud enough to send shockwaves all the way to Zhongnanhai. When news of the deal broke, Beijing panicked. Within 24 hours, China dispatched not 1, not 2, but 3 emergency delegations to Ouagadougou. They arrived with briefcases of counteroffers: a $30 billion counterdeal, promises of faster delivery, incentives for elites. But it was already too late. Burkina Faso had signed with India. The symbolism was devastating for China. For years, Beijing had dominated African infrastructure, presenting itself as the indispensable partner. And now, in the very heart of West Africa, it had been outmaneuvered, not by the West, but by another power from the global South. The Niangdo Mega Dam is not just a wall of concrete. It is a blueprint for the future. 8,500 megawatts of electricity, enough to power 50 million people across Burkina Faso and neighboring countries. 2 million hectares of farmland irrigated, transforming subsistence agriculture into surplus production. A regional power grid that will allow West Africa to export electricity instead of importing it. Jobs. More than 200,000 local jobs during construction, with thousands more permanent roles in maintenance, agriculture, and industry. Every turbine in this dam hums with a larger story. The story of a continent refusing to accept excuses, refusing to wait, and refusing to settle for broken promises. For farmers in POA commune, this dam means water for their fields. For students in Ouagadougou, it means reliable electricity to study at night. For industries across the Sahel, it means power to expand, innovate, and hire. Listen to the voices on the ground. A farmer says, "Before, I prayed for rain. Now I can plant when I choose." A student says, "Before, we studied under lanterns. Now the lights never go out." A mother says, "Before, my children were hungry. Now we harvest enough to sell. For 50,000 families directly impacted, this dam is not politics. It is not diplomacy. It is survival. It is dignity. It is a second chance. This deal cements India's role as more than just an economic power. It positions New Delhi as a leader of South-South cooperation, a partner who understands the struggles of developing nations because it has walked that road itself. Where China is accused of building dependency, India is branding itself as building dignity. Where Western powers often tie aid to politics, India ties it to partnership. For Africa, this is historic. For India, it is strategic. For China, it is a warning. The monopoly is over. The Niangdo Mega Dam is already inspiring conversations across Africa. If Burkina Faso can secure $24 billion from India, why should Ghana, Nigeria, or Kenya remain dependent on Beijing? Already, analysts are calling this deal a continental pivot. African leaders are beginning to realize they can negotiate, they can demand alternatives, and they can reject broken promises. The ripple effect may be more powerful than the electricity the dam produces. In the 21st century, power is not only about armies and weapons. It is about electricity grids. It is about water systems. It is about who controls the flow of resources. By building the Niangdo Dam, India is not only giving Burkina Faso electricity. It is giving West Africa leverage. Leverage to negotiate better trade deals. Leverage to feed its people. Leverage to stand on equal footing with global powers. This is more than a dam. It is a declaration of independence. So let the rivers of Burkina Faso roar. Let the turbines spin. Let the cables stretch across deserts and cities. Let the lights switch on in homes that have waited for decades. Because this project is not just about energy. It is about identity. It is about Africa choosing its partners and charting its destiny. For China, the message is bitter. Africa will not wait forever. For India, the message is clear. You are now a builder of futures. And for Burkina Faso, the message is one of pride. A new chapter has begun. In the end, this dam will not only move water. It will move mountains.
When India and the United Nations joined hands to bring water security to Burkina Faso, they might have just set a precedent for global development cooperation. Recently, Indian officials along with top UN officials inaugurated the brand new Niangdo Dam in Burkina Faso. This was a joint venture that took 2 years to complete and has already brought a positive change to 50,000 lives. But this is just the beginning. The impact of this dam will only grow with time. So what exactly makes this project so special? Why did India and the UN join hands for this mission? And how will this dam transform Burkina Faso forever? Let's get into it. As we begin our journey to understand this remarkable feat of engineering and humanitarian aid, let's first take a closer look at the country where this transformation is taking place. Burkina Faso, officially known as the Republic of Burkina Faso, is a landlocked country in West Africa. It has a rich history, deep cultural heritage, and immense potential for growth. However, like many other developing nations, Burkina Faso faces significant challenges, particularly in the areas of water security, poverty, and access to basic services. The Indo-Burkina Dam project stands as a beacon of hope in these challenging times. This initiative is a testament to the commitment of both India and the UN to make a positive impact on the lives of people in Burkina Faso. But why is water security such a critical issue in Burkina Faso, and how does this dam address those challenges? Burkina Faso's struggle with water security is a story of geographical constraints and climatic adversities. The country's location in the Sahel region of Africa, characterized by semi-arid conditions, means that water resources are scarce and unpredictable. The rainy season is short and irregular, leading to frequent droughts and putting immense pressure on the available water sources. This situation not only affects agriculture, which is the backbone of the economy, but also the daily lives of ordinary citizens who face water shortages for drinking, sanitation, and hygiene purposes. The Niangdo Dam is not just a structure made of concrete and steel. It's a lifeline for thousands of people. This dam holds the promise of providing a reliable source of water for both domestic and agricultural use. By harnessing the power of the river, the dam will store water during the rainy season, releasing it gradually during the dry months, thus mitigating the impact of droughts and ensuring a steady supply of water for the community. But the benefits of the Niangdo Dam go beyond just water storage. It also serves as a platform for other essential activities such as fish farming, which will not only diversify the community's protein intake, but also provide a sustainable source of income. In the heart of Burkina Faso lies the small village of Gib, a place where dreams were as big as the African sky, but were often limited by the realities of their environment. For generations, the people of Gair had known the hardships of living in a region where water was scarce and the land parched from the harsh sun. Agriculture, the lifeblood of their economy, suffered during the dry season, forcing many families to make tough decisions about how to use their precious water resources. But the inauguration of the Niangdo Dam marked a turning point in their history. Suddenly, the horizon seemed less daunting and the future a little brighter. Now the dam is a symbol of hope for the villagers of Gwairi and many other communities across Burkina Faso. It represents the power of unity, hard work, and the relentless pursuit of a better life. The construction of the dam itself was a marvel to behold. Watching the transformation of the landscape as the dam took shape was a source of inspiration for the local community. It was not just a construction project. It was a shared endeavor between India and Burkina Faso. But the true magic of the Niangdo Dam lies in its impact on the lives of the people. No longer do they have to wake up before sunrise to collect water, often walking long distances. The dam has brought water closer to their homes, freeing up their time for education, healthcare, and other essential tasks. Their children no longer have to miss school to help with water collection. They can now focus on their studies, dreaming big and aiming high. Before the dam, the women of Gair had to spend hours each day collecting water, a task that not only drained their energy, but also exposed them to potential danger. Men often had to abandon farming as the dry season made it difficult to grow crops. With the dam providing a reliable water source, families are now more food secure. Farmers can tend to their fields with confidence, knowing that their crops will thrive. The inauguration of the Niangdo Dam is a moment that will be etched in the memories of the villagers of Niangdo forever. As they look back on the struggles they have endured and the challenges they have overcome, they will remember the day when India and the UN stood with them, transforming their lives and giving them a brighter future. So how did India and the UN join hands to make this dream a reality? The story of the Niangdo Dam is one of vision, planning, and steadfast execution. It all started with an idea to bring about positive change in Burkina Faso, a nation grappling with the challenges of water insecurity and poverty. The Indian government, known for its proactive approach to development assistance, took the lead by pledging $2 million. This generous contribution was a testament to India's commitment to supporting nations in need and its belief in the power of water as a catalyst for change. But to make this vision a reality, India needed a partner who shared its commitment to making a lasting impact. Enter the United Nations, a global organization with a proven track record of delivering humanitarian aid and fostering sustainable development. Together, India and the UN formed an unstoppable force, combining India's financial resources with the UN's operational expertise. The partnership was formalized with the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding, marking the beginning of a journey that would change lives forever. A dedicated project management unit was established to oversee the initiative, ensuring that every step, from planning to execution, was carried out with precision and care. The choice of the Niangdo Dam as the centerpiece of the project was a strategic one. Located in the Sudano-Sahelian zone of Burkina Faso, this area is characterized by semi-arid conditions and faces significant water scarcity. The dam's primary purpose was to provide a reliable source of water for both human consumption and irrigation, addressing the root causes of poverty and food insecurity. To ensure that the dam's construction not only met international standards, but also incorporated local needs, a detailed feasibility study was conducted. This comprehensive analysis took into account various factors, including the environmental impact, social considerations, and the dam's long-term sustainability. With the groundwork complete, it was time to bring the plans to life. The actual construction of the dam was a spectacle of human endeavor and technological expertise. Heavy machinery rumbled to life, carving out the contours of the dam and creating a reservoir that would hold back the waters of the nearby river. Throughout the construction phase, safety and quality were of paramount importance. Rigorous safety protocols were established to protect the workers and the surrounding environment. Regular inspections and tests were conducted to ensure that the dam's structural integrity met the highest standards. As the dam neared completion, a sense of anticipation and excitement swept through the local community. The sight of the rising structure filled them with hope for a brighter future. They eagerly awaited the day when the dam would be filled with water, symbolizing the fulfillment of their dreams. The inauguration of the Niangdo Dam was a grand affair attended by dignitaries from both Burkina Faso and India, as well as representatives from the UN and other international organizations. It was a celebration not just of the dam's completion, but also of the spirit of collaboration that had made it possible. In his address at the inauguration ceremony, the Indian ambassador emphasized the shared commitment of India and Burkina Faso to making the project a success. He highlighted how the dam was more than just a structure of concrete and steel. It was a symbol of friendship, solidarity, and the pursuit of common goals. As the event drew to a close, there was a palpable sense of unity and purpose among the attendees. The inauguration of the Niangdo Dam marked the start of a new chapter in the relationship between India and Burkina Faso. It symbolized their shared commitment to tackling global challenges, promoting sustainable development, and improving the lives of people around the world. The dam stands as a testament to what can be achieved when nations and organizations come together with a common purpose. Moving forward, the maintenance and sustainability of the dam are crucial to ensure that its benefits continue to be felt for generations to come. Collaborative efforts between the local community, the Burkinabe government, and the supporting agencies will be key in this endeavor. The story of the Niangdo Dam is one that should inspire other nations and organizations. It shows that through careful planning, strategic partnerships, and unwavering commitment, even the most challenging problems can be addressed. The next phase of the project focuses on capacity building, training local communities in sustainable water management practices, and providing them with the skills to maintain the dam's infrastructure. By investing in the people, the project ensures that the benefits of the dam will be felt for years to come. Moreover, the project's impact goes beyond just providing water. It addresses the social and economic challenges faced by the community. For instance, the construction phase provided employment opportunities for many locals, contributing to the local economy. As the full impact of the Niangdo Dam unfolds, it will undoubtedly play a pivotal role in driving socio-economic development in Burkina Faso. The increased availability of water will boost agricultural productivity, leading to higher incomes for farmers and improved food security for families. In conclusion, the Niangdo Dam stands as a beacon of hope and progress in Burkina Faso. The joint efforts of India and the UN have brought a transformative change to the lives of thousands of people. As the dam continues to provide water for a brighter future, it also serves as a model for international cooperation and sustainable development. Let us hope that the story of the Niangdo Dam inspires more nations to come together and address the challenges facing our world. Because when India and the UN unite with a common purpose, the results are truly game-changing.